Welcome to our new session on Nurse Winners. Let's aim, learn, and achieve together. Today we are here with a topic under nursing education, and this topic would be highly beneficial for students from their academic point of view. This is one of the simplest topic, at the same time quite important topic, because whenever after completion of your academic year, when you try to switch from clinical area to education area, these topics and the points that we are going to include under this topic would be highly beneficial in your future. So let's start. The topic is methods of teaching. I already said it's simple, but it's important. So let's see. In this topic we will be only including the introductory part about methods of teaching. We won't be including various teaching methods. That we will have a separate session under Nurse Winners in relation to those topics. Today we will be just dealing with introductory part of methods of teaching. So let's watch it. What are methods of teaching? When you look on to various textbooks, there are various definitions. I also took up one which I felt as very useful for you all. So I have included that definition in this slide. Rather than reading it out to you, I would like to explain the basic concept of this definition, and I feel that could be easy compared to reading it out. So what is method of teaching? Whenever you go into a class to teach a topic, before you teach, you always are supposed to maintain an objective. You should be having an objective in your hand. That is, soon after completion of the class, what is the output that you expect? For example, today my objective for this session is, at the end of my teaching, you all should be able to know the general aspects of methods of teaching. That is my objective. And in order to fulfill that objective, what I do is I collect various content from various textbooks, from various teaching materials. I scrutinize it, analyze the content, and I arrange it in such a way so that it would be helpful to guide my students in such a way so that they can understand. At the same time, the learning output will be high. When I mean learning output, it means the student should be able to interpret later on when someone asks them what are the various methods of teaching. That is what is the definition. So it is an orderly, systematic and organized, well-planned procedure wherein a very skillful teacher will review various materials, scrutinize it, analyze it, and then she will use that material to direct and guide the students during her teaching so that her objectives are also fulfilled. At the same time, the learning output of the student is also increased. I hope it is clear to you. We'll go ahead. This is one of the important point under teaching methods, that is the classification of teaching method. What are the various classification of teaching method? Basically, the teaching methods are classified under three headings. First one is general classification, which has got many points under it. Second is the degree of dominance enjoyed by a teacher. That is, what would the teacher enjoy, being herself dominant in that teaching process, or else she want the student to be dominant during that teaching learning process. That is the second classification. Third is based on quantity of audience, that is number of audience to whom the teacher is going to do a teaching, whether it is a small group or else it is a big group. We will have a detailed description about it. So what are the various classification of teaching methods? One is the general classification. Second is degree of dominance enjoyed by a teacher or a learner. And third is number of audience to whom you are going to give this information. So the first classification was general classification. It has 7 points under it. First one is inspirational method. Second is expository method. Third is natural learning method. Fourth is individualized method. Fifth is encounter method. Sixth is discovery method, and the last is group method. So these are the 7 methods under general classification. Let's see each in detail. First one is inspirational method. The term itself says inspirational, that is, someone is getting inspired by this method of teaching. In this method, teacher has got a very active role. How is it? I have mentioned the example in this slide, that is micro teaching. Micro teaching is a form of teaching which is usually given to a small group of students. What usually happens here is the teacher will take a class for 20 to 25 minutes in a group of a small group of students. At the same time, there will be a video which is recording this teaching process. You can see in the image how the scenario for that, how that environment has been set up for this micro teaching. A video recording is going on and the teacher is taking a class for this small group. So at the end of the class, the teacher herself will look into the recorded video and try to interpret the good points and bad points in her teaching. At the same time, she'll get feedback from her students also, so that she can improve the negative points in her teaching. So that is what is called as the inspirational method of teaching. Going ahead with second method of teaching under general classification. The second method of teaching is that comes under general classification is expository methods. In expository method, here a teacher focuses on cognitive aspects, that is, the thinking aspects is being focused more. That is, cognitive means thinking aspects are being given more emphasis compared to any other aspects. And here the students will be usually not that active, and their experiences are usually not that much shared by the teacher. Here a teacher will just keep on sharing her knowledge, whatever her points she had referred, she will just keep on telling it to the students, so that the students will start thinking in such a way so that the concepts gets clear to them. That is what is called as a expository method. Example is lecture method. So when a teacher goes to a class to take a lecture, she keeps on sharing the information that she had referred. So what the student will do? The student will listen to it and try to understand it. But students are active only when the teacher asks them certain questions. Other than that, if they have any doubt, they may ask, or else they will just listen to the lecture and try to interpret the meaning of that topic. That is what is called as a expository method. The third method is natural learning methods. The term itself says it is a method where we focus more on learning naturally. Here the learning takes place in a natural way. Very cute example is a field trip. You might have went for educational visits. Why do we take you all for educational visits? It is because when you go there, watch by yourself, and when you touch, when you feel, and when you listen, when you see, and gradually you learn a particular topic. When you look into the diagram that is given in the slide, where a teacher had taken a students to fish aquarium, so that the student look on to various fish, try to understand how they survive, what they eat, and how do they look like, what are the various colors of fishes. So that is what is called as a natural learning method. Next method under general classification is individualized method. Here the focus is given on each student. Here a teacher calls on a student, find out the issues that the student is having in relation to any content, and then the teacher tries to clarify their doubt. Somewhat like a private tuitions, how it is maybe 1:1 or else 1:2 basis. So in that kind of method of teaching is called as individualized method, where each student is being given focus rather than a group. The next classification under general is encounter method. Encounter, the term itself speaks, encounter, wherein a student has been put into that situation so that they learn out of that situation. The most important example for that is role play. A teacher gives you a topic and she asks you to prepare a script. You yourself turn into characters in that script and you try to present in front of the audience. But at the end of the role play, when the teacher asks you, what did you learn from this role play? There might be many points which actually was the objective of the teacher to make you understand that topic. That is what is called as encounter method. That comes under general classification. Classification is discovery method. Discover, wherein the teacher will discover various. Next method is discovery method, wherein a teacher will discover each aspects of a learner. Especially she will first look on to the problem of the student, then she will think of the solutions to solve that problem. At the same time, the teacher should think about the consequences of that solution. First, identified the problem. Second, listed down various solutions. Third, identify the consequences of that solutions. So some solutions would be good to solve that problem, some solutions may not be. So whichever is good, that will be adopted, whichever is not, that will be skipped off. So that is what is called as a discovery method, and the example is problem solving technique. And the last classification under general classification is group method. It means it is a group learning, where the group of students are given a particular topic. They will discuss on that topic. Teacher may guide them in group method and they project it in front of the audience so that they learn at the same time. The best example is a project work or also group discussion. So these are the various methods that comes under general classification. We have seen 7 methods under general classification. Next category of classification is degree of dominance enjoyed by teacher or learner. That is, whether a teacher wants that session wherein she should be dominated or else the learner need to be dominated. If the teacher needs to be dominated, that type of learning is called as teacher centered, and if it is learner dominated class, it is learner centered. In teacher centered, teachers will play a active role and the students will be just listeners. Just now we have seen the example of lecture method, wherein the teacher is quite active and the students are just passive learners. That is teacher centered. Whereas learner centered are learners will be actively participating and the teachers will be just guiding them. That is the example we have seen just before, that is group projects and written demonstrations, role plays and also these are learner centered. But a quite interesting point, a teacher can herself convert a teacher centered method into a learner centered method if she is highly skillful enough to do that. She can convert a teacher centered method to a learner centered with a very effective teaching aid. That is quite important point we should always keep in mind. And the third category of classification is quantity of audience, that is number of audience to whom a teacher is teaching. So it is under it has got 3 classification under it. One is large group, second is small group, and third is individual group. So if it is a very big class of 50 to 60 students, we say it is a large group. So example is lecture method may be good in that. Whereas for small group, it should be of a 20 students, less than 20 students. It is usually during any demonstration sessions or else any bedside clinics. So in that we include only less students. And individualized means one-to-one. Teacher will call a student and teacher. That is what is called as an individual group. So these are the various classifications of teaching method. One is general classification. Second is based on the dominant nature, whether it is teacher or a learner, and the third is number of audience. I hope the classification of teaching method is clear to you. That's all about the introductory session of teaching methods. So I hope you all are clear with it. So we have studied the definition and classification. That is very important. So you can go through it, revise it, and in case if you come across any queries, kindly post it in the comment box, and Nurse Winners will really look into it, that we include in detailed description of various methods of teaching in our future videos. If you like our videos, kindly share it among your friends, and if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe it, and please stay on with us so that we can meet again in our future videos. Thank you all.